top 10 causes of death. More than half of the world's 55.4 million fatalities in 2019 were attributable to only 10 conditions. In terms of absolute numbers, the leading causes of death worldwide can be categorized into three groups: cardiovascular, ischemic heart disease, stroke, respiratory, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, lower respiratory infections, and neonatal conditions, which include newborn asphyxia and birth trauma, neonatal sepsis and infections, and preterm delivery complications. Deaths can be classified as either communicable, infectious and parasite illnesses and maternal, perinatal, and nutritional disorders, or non-communicable, chronic, or accidental, injuries. Non-communicable illnesses accounted for 7 of the top 10 worldwide killers this year. The majority, 80%, of the top 10 killers may be traced back to these 7 factors, which together accounted for 44% of all deaths. As a whole, non-communicable illnesses accounted for 74% of fatalities worldwide in 2019. Ischemic heart disease is the leading cause of mortality worldwide, accounting for 16% of all fatalities each year. This illness has caused the greatest rise in mortality since 2000, with an expected 8.9 million deaths worldwide this year. About 11% of all fatalities are attributable to stroke, and 6% to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Although they have decreased in prevalence, lower respiratory infections are still the 4th biggest cause of mortality worldwide. But the death toll has been reduced dramatically. In 2019, it killed 2.6 million lives, 460,000 less than in 2000. Newborn illnesses are 5th most common. However, neonatal diseases have been one of the leading causes of worldwide mortality decline during the previous 2 decades, accounting for 2 million infant and child deaths in 2019, or 1.2 million fewer than in 2000. Non-communicable illnesses are becoming a leading cause of death. Cancers of the trachea, bronchus, and lungs have increased from 1.2 million fatalities in 2005 to 1.8 million deaths in 2015. Dementias like Alzheimer's were the 7th biggest cause of mortality in 2019. Many more females experience this than males. Women account for 65% of the global dementia mortality toll. The global mortality toll attributable to diarrheal illnesses has dropped from 2.6 million in 2000 to 1.5 million in 2019. The mortality toll from diabetes has risen by 70% since 2000, propelling it into the top 10 leading causes of death. Since 2000, the number of male fatalities due to diabetes has increased by 80%, more than any other cause in the top 10. A number of diseases that were among the top 10 killers in the year 2000 have since dropped out of the top 10. And HIV/AIDS is certainly among them. The number of people who have passed away as a result of HIV/AIDS has decreased by 51% over the past 20 years, dropping from the 8th leading cause of death in the world in 2000 to the 19th in 2019. Previously ranked as the 13th major cause of mortality worldwide, kidney illnesses are now ranked as the 10th. The number of deaths has risen from 813,000 in 2000 to 1.3 million in 2019. For what reason would knowing the causes of death be useful? Understanding the factors that contribute to premature mortality is crucial for making life-saving changes. Keeping track of how many people die each year allows us to evaluate the efficacy of our healthcare systems and allocate funds accordingly. Data on mortality, for instance, has applications beyond the health sector, in areas as diverse as transportation, food and agriculture, and the environment. Investment in civil registration and vital statistics systems that allow daily counting of fatalities and direct preventative and treatment activities has been emphasized by COVID-19. It has also shown that data gathering methods are inherently flawed in most developing nations, leaving policymakers in the dark about the true death toll and its underlying causes. WHO has collaborated with other international organizations to create the Revealing the Toll of COVID-19 technical package for rapid mortality surveillance and epidemic response to fill this urgent informational need. By facilitating the collection of data on the overall number of fatalities per day, week, sex, age, and location, we may help health officials in developing nations prompt more timely initiatives for improvements in health. For countries to routinely generate and use health information that conforms to international standards, the World Health Organization creates standards and best practices for data collection, processing, and synthesis through the Streamlined International Classification of Diseases, ICD-11, a digital platform that allows for the reporting of timely and accurate data for causes of death. Statistics on fatalities and their causes, as well as data on disabilities, broken down by age, sex, and region, must be routinely collected and analyzed if we are to make progress in global health and reduce the number of deaths and disabilities. Subscribe to my channel, like and share the videos and help this information to go to more people. Best regards.